Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Angelina, and I empower others to become the hero of their own story through inner child healing and chakra work. The last 4 weeks we have spent on our foundation, our root, building trust in our foundation. The next 4 weeks, starting today, we're going to explore our sacral. And our sacral is the seat of emotion, the creativity, passion, pleasure, flow. This is where deep healing around guilt and shame and emotions and self-expressions can happen. So what is the sacral? The sacral is our second energy center, and it starts to develop around age 2 or 3 and continues to mature until around age 12 or so. It is our creative and emotional center where we feel, express, create, and experience pleasure. It is the storage center for all experiences related to our emotions, sexuality, creativity, relationships, and joy. It's located beneath our belly button, beneath the navel, and above the pubic bone. It's in the lower abdomen area. And it governs like I said, our emotions, creativity, sexuality, pleasure, flow, relationships, play. The color is orange, and the element is water. So what would an unbalanced sacral look like? So an underactive sacral is going to look and feel like emotional numbing. You can be emotionally numb, just shut down emotionally. You could have creative blocks. There may be low libido or disconnected from your sexuality completely. There can be difficulties experiencing joy and pleasure. There's often rigidity, being overly serious and can't play, doesn't know how to have fun anymore. There can be a lot of fear around change and new experiences. And there can be guilt and shame around pleasure, creativity, or any self-expression. Physical experiences of an underactive sacral can be, and not limited to, lower back pain, hip issues, urinary problems, reproductive issues, especially in females, low energy, and kidney problems. Now, on the other hand, an overactive sacral, you could have overwhelming emotions. It may just be too much for you, and a lot of emotional instability. Addiction to pleasure. This is a big one for an overactive sacral. And that can be addiction to sex, to food, to drugs, to alcohol. Anything that can be overdone, overindulged in. There can be boundary issues in relationships. That is both setting and holding your own boundaries and respecting other people's boundaries. And there can be overly dependency on others for emotional validation. We don't need anybody to validate our emotions for us. We can do that ourselves. Physical symptoms. Now, again, this is not limited to, but they're overindulgence. And that can be overindulgence in food, alcohol, drink, again, your addiction issues. Digestive problems. The reproductive system can be inflamed, and this, again, is particularly true for females. The sacral is very much feminine energy. Now, a balanced sacral, you're going to have healthy emotional expression, and your emotions are going to flow easily. You may be creative and inspired. You're comfortable with pleasure and sexuality and sensuality. There's healthy boundaries in your relationships. You hold your own boundaries and you respect the boundaries of others. You're connected to your desires without feeling shame or guilt over them. Common wounds that are found in the sacral in childhood. Shaming for emotions. And this, it can sound like, stop crying already. I'm going to give you something to cry about. You're just too sensitive. Statements like this hurt our sacral and can create blocks or even create an overactive sacral that's working too hard. Sexual shame and inappropriate sexual experiences are also common wound for childhood sacral chakra. Um, Pleasure that was seen as bad or even selfish. Children who lived in an environment that was rigid and controlling with no room to play, to experiment, to grow. And emotions were invalidated or even punished. Now let's get into the card for sacral. Okay. So let me draw a card here real quick. I have this set up on 6, but let's see if that is what we're going to draw here. And it is not. We got 19. So over to 19, desires. This is a good one. Just a moment. Let me pull up the other document that I have. And I want to share. Come on. No, I don't know if it's going to let me share both of them. Okay. So the message that goes with this card, with desires, the message from the sacral dragon. Beloved child, life has taught you to ignore, dismiss, or even be ashamed of your desires. Don't be selfish. Others' needs matter more. Wanting things makes you greedy. People in hell want ice water too. Desire is your soul's compass. It's how you know where you're going. It shows you what lights you up and makes you feel alive, what your spirit longs to experience. I am here to tell you that your desires matter. Wanting is not wrong. Call upon me, Sacral Dragon, to help you connect with what you truly desire, not what you should want, but what sets your heart on fire. Sacral wisdom here. Sacral chakra is the seat of desires, not just sexual desires, but life desires, our passions, our longings. Suppressed desires leads to depression, numbness, and living someone else's life rather than your own authentic path. The inner child connection. Children whose desires were consistently ignored, mocked, or denied learn to disconnect from wanting. I don't know what I want becomes the adult mantra. I don't know. The child stops desiring to avoid disappointment. And I have been here. There are so many things that I expressed when I was younger that I wanted that was denied. And these are just simple things. Clothing, food, not out of necessity. I had most of the time. I had, although there were times I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. My needs were basically met, but things that I wanted, that special toy, I was denied because it wasn't in the cards for me. Um, can't afford that. It's not in the budget. State doesn't pay for me to buy those things. Uh, just stuff in general like that. And as an adult, I did say, I don't know, or I don't care. Whatever, I don't care. When the truth was, I did care. I cared deeply, but I was ignored. And in healing this wound, connecting with my inner child through my sacral, I did a lot of journaling and making sure that my inner child knows that it's okay to want things. It's okay to have desires. So the practice for this week, desire reclamation practice. Journal without censoring. This one's a tough one. Don't censor it. If I could have, do, or be anything without limitations, that is your prompt. I would want, and then make a list of your desires. Small, large, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is you want. If you could have it, what is it that you want? Don't judge it. Don't analyze it. Just acknowledge that those desires are there. And then maybe you can start honoring small desires weekly. Let yourself want without needing to immediately act or justify it. Use discernment here. There's a difference between a heart's desire and an egoic want. The ego does not need to be indulged. It needs to be acknowledged and thanked for wanting to keep you safe by wanting things that has kept you alive, even if it's not good for you. But your ego doesn't need to be indulged. Your inner child needs to be indulged. So the affirmation for this lesson is, my desires are valid and important. I honor my soul's longing. Again, my desires are, I'm going to start here again. My desires are valid and important. I honor what my soul longs for. I misread that the first time. One more time. My desires are valid and important. I honor what my soul longs for. I'm going to turn off the sharing here and continue with my lesson. Just give me a second. Okay, so take that affirmation with you, carry it with you throughout the day, say it to yourself several times a day. Make sure you do the practices. Healing isn't intellectual, it is actually doing the practices. And in closing, this lesson was on desires, that it is okay to have desires. It's okay to want things. This month, we're diving deep into our emotions, our creativity, and our pleasure. Next month, I'm going to expand on this lesson. Comment below on what resonates with you. Be sure to like this video so that it can be seen by more people. You have no idea how much that one like helps. If you resonate with me, subscribe to my channel and then hit that notification so that you know anytime new content is available. And until then, you are safe to feel. Dragon blessings, and I love you.